Imagine you have a whole medical team after you, but if you die, you just die. The medical team is useless. Reload, yeah. Man, play ranged characters, they're so much more fun. It was a mistake because he will teleport behind me. I really hate that stupid skill. Because there's no counter against it. Don't tell me I died in the stupid dungeon because of the last Merc Stalker that... This is such a boring... I don't know, I think I'll just not do the tier 5 dungeons because unless you have a very good build that is either based on pure damage or just avoiding all attacks, it's impossible. The developers should really look at these attacks again because this enemy is almost impossible to avoid. Yeah, I know I should have dashed backwards and that would have basically avoided all issues, but come on! What's the point of heavy armor if you cannot even enjoy the game with heavy armor? Really? So disappointing. Okay, I'll try one more time to do the tier 5 dungeon and that's that. I'll do other stuff and eventually I'll end up, you know, doing an Electromancer run. It's so disappointing that the tier 5 dungeons are so cheesy. Basically, some enemies are stronger than bosses, so no... Stop running. Basically, a single enemy can be stronger than a boss, which is horrible. Going back inside. I guess if I had this buff as well, it should have been much easier in a way. Because 5% extra crit chance would have went a long way. Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter because as you can see, most of my deaths are not based on pure damage or anything like that. They're just based on, you know, I miss a daze, I miss a stagger, the enemy doesn't miss his. Definitely the AI is advantaged, or let's say like that. AI has an advantage when it comes to their dice rolls because clearly they hit more stuff with lower chances than me. Yeah, this is... I guess it's not the worst first enemy turn. But it's still annoying. That's all I wanted. And technically they're not really do anything. How am I supposed to survive all of this? It's just pushing me all over the place with my 50% movement resistance. Mighty swing, so I'm just going. I got to try the mighty swing eventually. It was a mistake. He successfully entered the dungeon. Barely. You know, let's throw away those things for a little while. Let's go. Let's go with the crossbow build. As I cannot engage most of these enemies in... Can't engage most of these enemies with normal melee. For example, that annoying creature. Yeah, look at that. It's so easy to kill. This was my mistake last time. I should have retreated. So I can get an extra shot on it. More than one. That's what I wanted. So can I just go and attack it while it's in the corner? I think it's... just waiting for its skill to recharge. Hey Dad, okay. What, is still not dead? I'm not taking any chances. Huh. So that little dash attack is kind of like the only thing that's keeping me from going very fast in the dungeon. It's kind of impressive if it was not so annoying. Keep calmly. Calmly explore. I don't think there's anything there. Just have to go up. The only way that... This tool is the Mark Stalkers. Apparently they love this enemy type. That was a misclick. Before they fix the problems with the misclicks, I think these guys have too much health. They're supposed to be like ambusher type of enemy, but they have the same health as the big guys, or at least as the chosen ones. That should have killed that as well. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just have to do another build. This is not working. I guess it's mostly dependent on luck. If I cannot, you know, enter the dungeon every time I try. Especially because when I move upwards, don't really stop when you see an enemy. Who's there? Eldor, that's your name? Oh, I heard the stun. Or whatever that was. If I miss the dagger, it will charge me. Okay, the vision is actually amazing because I can attack them without my helmet, but not really needed. It's remarkable because look at the fiends used to give me the most trouble. Now it's like they're the smallest challenge and the only thing that is keeping me from the juicy second level loot. Are those stupid Mark Stalkers. Apparently come out of nowhere. They have a double tongue attack, which is highly annoying. Oh, it's just another one, okay. No, it's not. Just another one. Suddenly the situation got very spicy. The low health one, I guess that one. Wow, bullseye. Yeah, let's just activate all of the stuff because we'll need a lot of damage to kill all of these enemies. Duration, I think the one is down. So annoying, I wish I could cut off their tongue or something. I guess this is good for the extra vision. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, pain is not the problem here, bleeding is the problem. Okay, let's just go to the second floor because this is where the juicy stuff is. Reloaded. They look so menacing with their huge weapons. Bad. So just the wind. Ignore the wind. So we don't seem to be hitting a lot with the crossbow. Can we get another shot? I can get another shot. They didn't charge. They had a chance. The problem with this layout is I'm pretty sure I'll get attacked from both sides. We'll find the mud walker. Okay, so I'll get one shot only. So, let's look at its skills again. I have to block the first hit. Merc Strike, he only does that when he's far away, while he's affected by Merc. Embrace the Merc. Yeah, so he heals when it's like that, so... What's the problem? I think this enemy has too much health. Look at this. Physical resistance is not a lot, but... Yeah, unless they show me their health control is not sure. Wow, okay. These enemies are sometimes total pushovers, and sometimes I cannot kill them and they kill me if I'm full HP. How crazy is that? Crazy is that single enemy is such a big menace to me. No, I still want to weaken them a little bit. Activate this. You stick tank. Well, I was hoping I'd have my dash. Oh, that was a mistake. My enemy for the start. Okay, how are we doing on? Yeah, this is just inventory management at this point. I guess we can search the shelves. Maybe we'll have something I need. Nope, nothing I need. Take those coins for good luck, just as a token of us finishing the dungeon. I didn't see where the boss could be. It's never happened to me before. Just wandering the dungeon so much and I cannot even find the boss. What? How did you... Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Still have quite a bit of healing salves left. When I say that, I mean I've basically have enough left for a single fight. The game, please don't make me make mistakes. I'm missing like a boss. Not. That's the wind, yeah. Sometimes you cannot load the crossbow even if you are in range. Well, I guess you should be able to load the crossbow just by clicking on the enemy, regardless of what the enemy is. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, I forgot to accuracy. Why are they so hard to injure? That's my only question. Be able to injure them a lot easier. Not sure what the third enemy is. I'm keeping my distance. Careful now, easy. And if we don't... Why is it such a tense gameplay? That's what I want to know. Well, of course that happened. Oh, I hate that enemy. No, okay, first of all, we have to always make sure we reload. No injuries. This is this is actually 10 times easier. Can't imagine how it is to play the game with a proper ranged build. Is the boss I'm going... Oh, that's the boss arena for sure. Sorry about the darkness. Just a very tense game. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, you just get confused sometimes because... That's the boss, it's Arganar the Fat. He is chunky, I'll give it to that. I am in danger. I hate it when you pick up an item by mistake. Man, I'm making so many mistakes. Oh, he killed his own friend. Huh. This is what I don't understand about this dungeon. The developer should... Yeah, what the... So annoying. Can I not increase the gamma? I keep forgetting about this, but they should really let you increase the gamma because this is stupid. If you have a vision distortion, you will not even be able to see where you came from. I guess right there. How long is this boss? I'm not sure what it does, but I don't like it. Oh, 80% health. How am I going to deal with this? Somehow he still got me from that distance. Okay, we critted the beast. Somehow I don't think that's enough. Huh, so you got stunned at the same moment as me. Now, the problem is I cannot go to the upper floor because there's another enemy over there waiting for me. Confused. Yeah, just the healing potion. It would have been a lot easier if I would have just had enough space to maneuver around the boss. Ooh. This is a monster. I'm not taking any chances. Okay, that's pretty much... Okay, successful dungeon. Is it worth it? No, no chance, because as you can see, it's just easier to do a simple crossbow run like this, but I can deal a lot more damage than anything else, and besides, there's no risk when you're using a range build. So yeah, the developer should really look again at all of this stuff. Where did that golden plate come from? Because it's 100%... Don't step on the traps. It's 100% harder to fight with melee, at least with my builds. Okay, manageable? Not really. Let's see our good loot. Wow, we are basically... I've basically been a cowardly archer for such a long time, I forgot how it is to fight in melee. Up and then kill the enemy. You know what, we can just wait over here for the aftermath to pass, and then we'll eat the garlic cheese bread as the victory dinner. I don't think I want to sit in the dungeon for much longer. Oh wow, this is so disappointing, really? They give me the unique dagger and just the casket. I guess, think about it, you have unique armors, unique maces, unique artifacts, unique banners, and they just give me the dagger. Curse of Decay and Curse of Agony. I think these are curses that you only get while you are in the undead dungeon, so I don't know, I guess it's useful for the undead dungeon. That's not bad. Now that I look at this. And repairs, well I guess I don't need many repairs because I used a cowardly archer build. I don't know, this is hilarious to me. I guess we have enough supplies to probably touch the rest of the dungeon, but again, I don't trust it. Okay, let me show you my build. So basically my build has all of the maces, which is very cool because I can fight for a very long time. I mean, if 10 enemies are attacking me, I can survive and hit them back, but the problem is I only have this warfare skill over here, and there's no other way to gain damage except from the warfare skill tree. So Armor Crusher could have been better, depends on how you view things, but more importantly, I needed the damage stuff. Like against the odds would have been better in a way for the final push, but that's for missing health. No, I guess, well, I guess I cannot stack the maneuvers anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but you just don't have any way to increase your melee damage. This is great, the sprint and the peak performance, because I can gain a lot of energy back. So I basically gain energy for successfully hitting the enemy with stuff, and then I also have this one over here. It's kind of an appreciated thing. The more I fight, the weaker the enemy becomes. So they stun staggering replenishes my energy. They stun staggering replenishes my energy. Or bleeding. I just have to remember to use mighty kick sometimes, but that's why my dash is so good. Armor combat of 3. Brace for impact to panics is kind of weak. Maybe they should just make it last 3 turns. Because this is the problem, elusiveness lasts for 6 turns. Well, I guess if you get hit it's reduced, but basically good to go for 3 turns or 4, depends on how you view things. Armor, but brace for combat is not that good because basically, I don't know, you can still get hit, which is the problem, and Battle Forge is not so good because if you stand still, it's not such a big change. Just have the minus 10% damage, but again, look at how much damage reduction I'm stacking and it's still not enough. Battering ram is amazing. I have a huge stun chance, but even so, sometimes I don't stun my enemies, which is so annoying. And the developers are constantly changing the custom adjustments to the point where it got really annoying. Because I lost so much energy from this. I think the developers should leave it at max 3 per equipment, so that means I would get 4 more points. Otherwise this is not worth it. It seems like this is not worth it at all. I also have the resourcefulness, but this is just stuff that will keep me alive longer, and it will help me in other ways. I think the problem is that this tree doesn't have any damage, so athletics, armor, combat, and maces don't have any damage. Warfare has some damage, but you have to spec into it too much. While you can just take Jolt. If you take Jolt, you get weapon damage for 4 turns. Plus the Jolt will reduce their control resistance, which means you'll have more stun, stagger, dazes, and so on. And with the Seal of Power, so you use the Seal of Power, and as you can see, you get so much weapon damage plus the 1 range. And then use Electromancy, and you get, guess what? Even more weapon damage. And fumble, minus fumble chance. I guess you can use the fire, but it's not so good. And using a spell will grant you even more weapon damage. So basically, by my math, you get about 50% more weapon damage, and just have to use the Seal of Power, then the Jolt, and yeah. Otherwise, I'm just in endgame gear stuff. This is the best gear you can buy from shops. The next tier of good gear will be from, guess what? The unique jobs from the dungeon, but I'm not getting any of those. Okay, let's quietly loot the dungeon and then we'll head out because I don't want to be here. Yeah, I guess this is a bit of a longer video, but now you see how it is to play the game normally. Not as fun as it seems. And some of the enemies are really interesting, right? not opening any doors because there might be 3 or 4 enemies behind them. Just trying to quietly leave. Either way, you got the most important loot. We killed the biggest boss. And behind the doors will just be more vivifying potions and stuff. So you have a lot of medical supplies. I guess that's why doing these locations is a little easier. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Note to self, you cannot exit until you push the lever, so that's why I was searching for a room that looked like the lever room. That enemy destroyed the boss that dropped the golden plate. I don't know. That scared me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no. You can also do that to see if there are enemies behind the doors, but usually those doors have a lot of enemies. Sometimes it's empty. Not. I really don't want to fight any longer. Yeah, okay. Nails. I'm still playing very focused because stuff like this might happen. And they're just too far away. Hi, bye-bye losers. Go and suck a bone. Wow, that was, I don't know. If I had the face cam, you could see my stress, the stress on my face. That really felt like it was such a long dungeon and so not worth it. I mean, look at this dagger. This dagger is amazing for what I would need. Block power, bleed chance, crit chance. It's kind of tempting to use it as... Nah, it's not going to be worth it. The daggers can be great as an offhand weapon. I mean, if you use a sword and a dagger, this could be very good if you're using a block. Counter chance is so high. Anyway, it's a good dagger. I just don't have a dagger build. That extra vision and the ranger brew just go so well together because I guess I can't even leave my helmet on, otherwise I would have been blind in there. How funny would it be if you throw it? No, we'll not do that because it might break it. Wow. By my calculation, I would need to do about 50 tier 5 dungeons to get all of the stuff I want, or all of the stuff that might be useful to me. Yeah, the developers are still balancing the heavy armor, but the current balance is kind of annoying because they cost a lot of money and they give you a lot of protection, but as you can see, it doesn't really matter because you still get stumped by normal enemies or by a single normal enemy. Interesting. You could have gotten a lot more loot out of there, but point. Because I'm not missing any money, I can make money very easily just by doing the normal dungeon. I guess this will be my skinning dagger from now on. Skull dagger. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. You're not doing these dungeons for money, you're just doing it for the chance to get uniques. It was so dark in there, I hate those dungeons. Anyway, that was probably not very fun, but now you see the full experience of doing these dungeons and why using a melee build really needs to be a little more balanced, especially when it comes to protection. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to base tank everything, but come on. Crossbow is just a much better build for my stats overall, even if I'm not a specialized range build. Yeah, I'm thinking very hard about starting a new game as a Electromancer, because it's just not worth it to play anything else except either a dodge character or a mage in this current build. And I think the ranged warfare is not so good. The ranged weapons, except for this one, that's great. So you gain armor penetration. Armor penetration and -3. That's, I guess, nice. Long shot. Barely any damage on this one. This would be kind of like the best one so far, because you get more damage if the enemy has injuries. Reducing the penalty accuracy would be amazing, because you get a penalty for accuracy. Yeah, if I could restart my skills, I would probably not take some of the stuff that is in survival. I'll not take survival, so I will take one more skill over here, constant practice. Taking aim, that's not worth it. Taking shot doesn't seem to be worth it. That's not worth it. Pressure. This would be worth it more or less, because more importantly you have more knockback chance and bleed chance and immobility. Yeah, that's worth it. That's not worth it. Headshot is kind of nice. Yeah, so basically get more precision to the point where you can use weapons without taking aim, but that's the first skills you get. Anyway, see, let's save before I forget. Probably I saved before, but that was such a... man, such a menace. Bye-bye.